It was all a fever dream.
Can I volunteer as tribute? Come on, that feels.
Yeah, it's my pretty targeted.
Oh, at least got one of these over.
Tap, I'm gonna tap one.
And then I'll go back to like a master 140 and
Four,
it'll take me an hour and I'm more feeling.
That right there.
seven, like Inferno.
It's a 140.
Dog players and
It's really simple, like, it pops right open, but the single pin it.
Yeah, interesting.
six.
I can't even go back to the hospital now.
Someone told me.
Well, that's what I'm struggling with right here.
5540.
Which one is it?
This is a 3.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
this
okay.
is
It's a white line.
5540.
I can take like I can pick 3 of those fine one day and come back and I'm screwed on each night and that's
Yep. That's my consistency. So I don't feel confident doing that because I might be able to work my way through it and then the next day I'd be pretty decent. That's not a 10, that's the word.
Nothing else?
It amazes me when you watch it, like,
Oh yeah, thing one.
This is gonna be trash for my cop.
2 or like 1 and 4 don't move, and then you get like a weird amount of play in wheel 2, but like wheel 3. This one's like very nearly 0, like an old speed that can turn it over. This one just doesn't want to sit still, but like this these 2 are out. And then you just
All of them got
there you go, which one is?
pain.
That's
So you've opened everything so far?
210. San Antonio. Yeah.
a little bit with like the decoder tool. I didn't know you could do it with just your hand.
Well, these ones you can do with just your hands.
Got this guy over here getting 2 turning off, and we got to have
I haven't.
All right, folks, thank you all so much for coming to my very second Locksport meetup. There's been a good turnout, it's like 17 or 18 of us, and not including all the split personalities in this group. Thank you very much for attending. We had a good turnout. I was actually scared that 15 people would like want to compete. I'm like, man, this is gonna drag on for hours. So, but I'm really glad that we only had 5, and I appreciate everybody that showed up just for the meetup, and I appreciate everybody that showed up for the competition. 5 of you showed up to compete, 2 of you won. I'm gonna first start out with third place. Third place winner is, hold on, I gotta do basic math in my head and we'll see how that works out. Jacob. All right. Second place and spot on the competition team is Kyle.
Nice.
And first place, Bat City Locksport Store Champion or Group Champion for 2024 is, oh, it's not Nathan. He cheated. Oh my God. No. It's Nathan. Nathan did great. There you go.
Very much.
Thank you all so much for coming out.
Congratulations, guys.
Our sponsors are Jimy Longs and Multipick, but when we go to the competition, do whatever you need, use whatever tools you need to do to win. All I want to do is beat 45 Locksport. So I'm looking forward to, I'll be talking to first and second place winner separately and coordinating with you guys, everybody else. I'm going to clean up a little bit, but then I am going to be going to Torchy's Tacos to kill some tacos. If y'all want to join me, please come with me. I'm going to buy lunch for first place and second place. So thank you all so much for coming out. Hey everybody, Sandman here. So I am absolutely exhausted and I'm going to make this very quick and painless. So today was my second Locksport meetup here in Austin, Texas, and I run my own Locksport group called Bat City Locksport, and I've only held one meeting prior in the month of May. For June 22nd, I held a meeting, but this meeting was with a very specific intention, and that was to hold a lockpicking competition to find the best 2 lockpickers that showed up and the best 2 lockpickers in Texas that were willing to be a part of my competition team moving forward for a future upcoming bigger competition here in Texas in September. So in total, there were 18 members, including myself. So 17 people showed up to the meetup, which is awesome. It's a very good turnout, in my opinion. I really like the atmosphere. We're meeting at a game store called Tribe City Comics and Games, and they have allowed us to use their venue once a month. So 17 people showed up, 6 people wanted to compete. However, I recommended and required that everybody that wants to compete, they had to be able to pick a Brinks padlock, which was just a yellow belt level padlock, 4 pins, non-security pins. They had 2 minutes, so the ones that could pick that lock could then proceed to go on to the next stage, which was the actual lockpicking competition. Of the 6 people that wanted to compete, 5 people were able to make it past the first stage, so they moved on to the actual competition. And I invited everybody that didn't want to compete to just hang out and stay. I was very surprised that essentially 13 people showed up just to hang out and just do Locksport stuff, just to pick locks and learn how to pick locks. And they I don't even know if they were aware that there was a picking competition happening. I don't know. But I invited everybody to try, but only 5 people made it past the Brinks padlock to move on to the competition. The lockpicking competition, I had just under 80 locks total. So there were 8 stations. Each station had 10 locks. At each station, there were 10 locks of the same lock type. So station 1 were all master lock number 3s, 10 of them. Station number 2 were all Brinks 4-pin padlocks, 10 of them. Station number 3 were all Brinks 5-pin padlocks, 10 of them. Station number 4 were all commando locks, 10 of those. And station number 5 were Brinks commercial padlocks, 5-pin cores, or 4 or 5-pin cores with security pins, 10 of those, and so on and so forth, all the way up to American 1100 locks. I think Master 150 was somewhere in there. And then I also had Master Lotto locks. So I didn't have 10 Master Lotto locks, but I knew nobody was going to pick 10 of them in a row. So it was really just to try to see how many locks you could pick of that particular type in 10 minutes. What does this prove? If I give you a Master Lock number 1, a Brinks, and a Commando lock, and an American lock, and a Master Lotto lock, and I give that to everybody in the group and say, hey, you have 20 minutes, see how many locks you can get through. Some people are not going to get anywhere with them, because not all, if I give you 10 master locks, just number 3s, they're not all going to pick the same. Some of them, it's just the luck of the draw. Some of them are going to pick super easy. Some of them are going to pick super hard. So if I put 10 locks in front of you, though, what that does is that shows me your proficiency. So I wanted to see who was the most proficient lock picker out of everybody that competed, and I really do believe that I found the 2 best, the 2 most proficient pickers. And so the person that took first place is Nathan Reyes, I believe, and Nathan is the leader of Alamo City Locksport in San Antonio, Texas, and he runs the group there in San Antonio. I've known him for a couple months now, and I've been going to I actually met him like 2 or 3 years ago, but we didn't really know each other. And so I've been going to his San Antonio group a few times now, and he's an amazing lock picker. He got a really huge score, and he picked almost all the locks. Out of nearly 80 locks, he picked at least 60, 65 of them. He picked a lot of them. So he had a perfect score going all the way up to I think the American 1100s, and then things slowly started to taper out as things became more difficult. So he did really well. He showed up with his girlfriend. She did awesome. We had a second place winner was a locksmith named Kyle from Cothran's Lock and Safe. I think that's what it's called, or Cothran's Security. I don't know. It's a locksmith shop here in Austin. It's one of the biggest locksmith shops in all of Central Texas. Kyle came here representing them, and he did phenomenal. He did really great. I don't remember what his score was, but I have it written down, and he did wonderful too. And so both first place and second place winners walked away with $300 in tools. I gave them one of every single Jimy Longs lockpick that has ever been made by Jimy Longs, and that's none of those tools are even available right now in the market. And I gave them $150 in Multipick dimple picks, the best dimple picks money can buy on the market. So they walked away with $300 in tools. And next week I'm going to be with my sponsors paying for their entry fees into the lockpicking competition coming up in September at the Texas Locksmith Association. I gave out a first, second, and third place prize medals, and first and second place received the $300 in tools. They're going to receive the entrance fees waived, And then I also bought them dinner. So we all went next door to Torchy's Tacos and we bought tacos, and I bought everybody that took first and second place tacos. So that was a lot of fun. I'm absolutely exhausted. I am dehydrated. I want to drink some water. I want to rest. And so that's all I have to say. I really appreciate everybody that came out for the Locksport meetup. I was able to give some periods of instruction in between the 10-minute rounds that the competitive lockpickers were going through, and I believe that that was very successful. Everything went much more smoothly than I could have asked for. Like I knew that everything seemed like it would go smooth. It looked good on paper, but I was ready to improvise, adapt, and overcome, but I didn't have to do that. Everything went really well. So I appreciate the people that came out to compete. Thank you, Nathan, for coming out to compete. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, I think his name was Danny. And thank you, Aisha. I'm sorry if I got anybody's names wrong. I'm just exhausted. Thank you to the 13 people that showed up just to watch and to pick locks and to get to know each other and network and learn. I really appreciate everybody, and I'm looking forward to my next Locksport meetup. I believe the next meetup here in Austin, Texas is going to be in July 20th, which will be a Saturday. I'm almost guaranteed it's July 20th. So I just need to check with the store. Keep an eye on Meetup. I'll provide a link in the description down below for meetup.com and the group's Instagram page. If I can remember to do that, I'm exhausted. Thank you all so very much. And most importantly, thank you to Jimy Longs. Thank you to Multipick. You guys made this possible. I could have held a competition with the locks that I had in hand, but I wanted to bring the best pickers to the competition. I had no less than 5, possibly as many as 6 people drive from San Antonio. That's an 1.5-hour trip each way. So a 3-hour round trip just to come compete. So, and one of them took first place and the other one's local to Austin. So thank you for giving me the means to be able to provide prizes for these pickers who spent money just to drive out here. So the least I could do is just pay for their meal and be a good host. You guys went above and beyond and supplied the tools. Thank you so much for all of that. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much to my subscribers. And I hope to see you guys at one of my meetups. Thank you all so much for watching.